Number one, I want to thank all of you for being here, but particularly I want to thank those of you that are here that are what I refer to as the faces of fracking. People whose lives have been devastated by a new form of exploration for natural gas called hydrofracking. People whose blood has been poisoned by barium. People whose wells have rendered their property to be valueless for all intents and purposes. People who feel that they've been trapped in their homes because they can't sell them, they can't move, and every day they subject their children to something that they don't really understand, but they know it isn't the best for them. 2 days ago, when we learned of the spill in Leroy Township, I learned from a client that there were a number of people in that area who've been adversely affected. And I had the privilege of visiting one of those homes and was shown a countertop, Formica countertop, that was white and pitted as if someone had spilled hydrochloric acid on it. And what was spilled on it was the water that came out of their tap. I visited Bruce and Sherry Vargason on a number of occasions and seen a gas well just hundreds of feet from their back porch and heard about the water trucks that up and down their driveway night and day make it impossible for them to live in that house. I've seen 3 families and I'm happy to report that one of them, their little daughter just came back from AI DuPont Hospital where she had heart surgery. Her birth came in the midst of the contamination of their family well. I've spoken with people whose health conditions have gotten worse from things like Lyme's disease. People whose heart is racing because of their exposure to barium. And I decided that we need to speak out. Government is here to protect the people, and our government in Pennsylvania is not doing the job. Our governor needs to be encouraged to listen and to see and to meet the faces of fracking, to talk to these people, to see what their water looks like, and to understand that the wonderful boon that is natural gas exploration in the Northeast needs to be corralled in a way that makes sense. 72 or 35 minutes for a permit isn't nearly enough to determine the impact that permit's going to have on the lives of people. It just needs to be done sanely, and I hope to write a letter to the governor, the legislative leaders, the Secretary and Department of Environmental Protection, asking them to put a moratorium until a complete safety study is done.
Yeah! Yes!
And then step back and let's explore for natural gas if we need to do it in a responsible way. Safety has to be first, profits have to take a second place. I want to thank the county commissioner up here for what I thought was a good, strong letter to the governor, but it's just a start. I'm going to ask all of you, everybody here whose wells have been contaminated, fill a water bottle. We're going to supply them with you. And we're going to start delivering those water bottles to your state representatives and to your state senators as reminders of what you live with every day.
Yeah.
And we're going to deliver them in Harrisburg, and we're going to deliver them if we need to in Washington. I thank you for being here, and for the members of the press that have given me the opportunity to vent, I thank you as well. Any questions?
Could you speak to the litigation, Todd? Just who here is taking on who else? You know, I mean, who are the players in all this?
We have presently a arbitration program begun on behalf of the people that live down on Paradise Road, the 3 families whose wells have been contaminated. There are a number of other lawsuits in federal court against Chief, Cabot, Chesapeake. Most of the well leaseholders with Chesapeake have signed what are called arbitration clauses. Chesapeake didn't want to be in front of juries. I think they're going to regret arbitration because it's cheaper, faster, and there can be much easier litigation with that. But it's going to be a while. we're not going to see a result. We need safety first, litigation later. I'd love to be put out of the gas and oil business by drillers that would operate safely. I'd much prefer to make my money somewhere else. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Save our water!
Yes.